So we shall start. Oh, Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Panaha Panaha Ishvara Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyambhavad Vyaptadehaya Dachinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Gangurubhyo Namaha Om Ayam Saraswataye Namaha Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha Om Klim Hadrakalli Namaha Om Nandurgaye Namaha Om Hrim Namah Shivaya Hari Om. So we shall go today the sutra number 26 today. So 25th finish yesterday. The perfection of the Kumbhaka. Sutra number 26. Vijñana Bhairava Tantra. Na brajina vichet shakti moro drupa vikasite nirvikalpa taya madhi taya bhairavropatam na brajeta na brajena vise shakti visecha tir moro drupa vikasite nirvikalpa taya madhi taya bhairava rupata. Na brajit, not having moved, na brajena, na biseta, nor moving swiftly in a specific direction, shakti, maruto rupa, viser shakti, so vise na brajena vise cha, vise cha ti, vise shakti, vise shakti. Maruta rupa in the form of Vayu or Pranikeya. Vikasite, they are developed. Vikasite, they are developed. Nirvikalpataya, through a state of nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa is a state of the super consciousness where there is no any imagination, absence of all kind of illusion, absence of illusion or absence of imaginations is known as through a state of nirvikalpa. Madhya taya, in the middle. Madhya means middle, taya means in the. Bhairava rupata, form of Bhairava. So we have been speaking before about kumbhaka. There is three kind of kumbhaka. Inner kumbhaka, external kumbhaka, and natural kumbhaka. Means spontaneous. Means spontaneous or natural kumbhaka, automatic kumbhaka. And by observing incoming and outgoing breath is naturally happens kumbhaka, means there is no inhale and exhale. And if you achieve such kind of experience, then naturally you can experience Bhairava consciousness. It means awakening kundalini takes place. When Ida and Pingala is unite, you feel also kumbhaka, Shiva and Shakti union. Similarly, kumbhaka means that neither inhale nor exhale. And the natural kumbhaka also, the neither inhale nor exhale. It means, so naturally, one can have the union between Shiva and Shakti. Union between Ida and Pingala, Rapana and Prana. But when we inhale and exhale and hold the breath, what happens? So female and male energies become union. Ida and Pingala, Apana and the Prana, Shiva and Shakti. And that union is known as kumbhaka. That union known as a awakening of the kundalini. That kumbhaka is known as one can experience the Bhairava consciousness, and through that Bhairava consciousness, one can experience the Bhairava consciousness, super consciousness. It means channelized. Let we shall clarify this. What it means, what is the perfection of kumbhaka? What are the results of kumbhaka? If you are doing the kumbhaka, what happens? What are the results going to happen? But also when you not breathe in and out, what is the general sense? A common person is died, right? If you not inhale and exhale, is the declares a death. But as per the Tantra, what happens? If you not inhale and exhale, is awakening takes place. Awakening kundalini takes place. You experience the soul, the Atma, the Shiva consciousness. You see, what kind of science in Tantra Vidyas? It is a yogic science. It's a mystic science of Tantra. When a common person neither breathe nor breathe out, what happens? A person become die. But Tantra says when you neither breathe nor breathe out, what happens? Natural kumbhaka takes place. And you are experiencing your divine soul, divine love, the bliss, attend samadhi. Isn't it interesting that? Very interesting. When Shakti in the form of Vayu or the pranic air is still and does not move swiftly in a specific direction. This when Shakti in the form of Vayu or the prana air, what happens? Is still and does not move swiftly in a specific direction. They are developed in the middle through the state of Nirvikala, the form of Bhairava. What happens? So when a speaker, a sadhaka, a yogi, a yogini, meditating, and they are experiencing, they're neither breathe in nor breathe out. So what happens? That state of the consciousness is known as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. It means there will be no mind. There are no thoughts, no mind. Because mind has the Nirvikalpa, Nirvichara. Nirvichara means thoughtless. transformation, thoughtless trance, nirvichara, means no thoughts, no vichara, no thoughts, no thinkings. Similarly, so one attains the nirvikalpa samadhi and absence of all kind of illusions, absence of maya, absence of sufferings, and that known as called form of Bhairava. It means when there is neither breathe nor breathe out, but why I'm repeating? Most of the time you think I'm repeating. No, I try to make you understandings. You chant sometimes mantra Om Namah Shivaya. One time you chant, you don't understand them. You right? Mantra japam. Do you understand really? No. Answer is called no. Therefore, you need to chant so many times Om Namah Shivaya. So one day you're going to understand. One day. Today, or this life, or next life. For example, when I say, what is Om Namah Shivaya? You say salutation to Shiva. Who is Shiva? Do you know what is Shiva? No, you have no ideas. Then how can you salute to Shiva? Sometimes you pranam to your mom, pranam to your father, or greetings your teacher. But how? You don't know your teacher. Then how? Then whom you greetings? Now you chant Om Namah Shivaya. Do you know Shiva? No, you have no ideas. Then whom you do namaskar? Yes, I salute to the Shiva. Actually not. You don't understand. It is illusion. You simply say I salute to Shiva. Is it Shiva is the tree, or sky, or the star, or the human being, or donkey, or lizard, or fly? What is Shiva? But you only got intellectual informations. Shiva is the state of the consciousness, a total liberations. Shiva is a God. Shiva is the divine. But that is all our intellectual informations for you. But you need to experience. Then you understand Om Namah Shivaya. Similarly, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi only can experience when you experience that is neither breathe in nor breathe out, but still you are survived, you have the life. Very interesting, huh? When neither breathe in nor breathe out is the declares the death. But here you are experiencing bliss, just opposite. And you are experiencing love. And that is called awakening of the kundalini, one of the advanced science of Tantra. Through the restraint of prana and apana, as Kevala Kumbhak is established, a concentration of energy builds up, and this creates a reverse movements in this pranic flow so that they begin to move towards each other instead of away from each other. Kumbhaka is a state of animated suspension of prana, which leads to the suspension of mind. Suspension of mind leads to the lower or dissolution of the Jagrata, Swapna and awareness. Swapna awareness, so that the Susupti awareness prevails. At that moment, the life force of the Prana Sakti does not move. As long as there is a movement of prana, that is sense of perceptions. Very interesting. What is that? You have to note properly. So far you have inhale and exhale. What happening? The pranic is flow or movement of the prana, mind will also flow. There will not proper concentration of the mind. We have a concentration, but you can achieve the depth level of the consciousness. Now you breathe in and out. But we are not aware of the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. Even we are not aware of the conscious mind at all. We are aware some conscious of the mind, but not totally. Now we are sitting there, wherever you are living in the Germany or living in the Portugal, living in the Afghanistan, wherever, or Iraq. You never know. But same time you see many things, but you actually don't see that. Now, wherever you're sitting, maybe your house is white, but you don't see it. But you're listening my sounds now. Although your eyes are open, but you don't see what happening front side of your house, right? You don't see that, but you listening to me. Your eyes don't see anything in front of you. Now I'm speaking, the house is many things, but I don't see everything because my mind occupied to give lectures and watching you. Similarly, are conscious, you are not even conscious about conscious mind. And you see that sometimes when you're driving or walking in the street, your eyes are open. There are some bumps, there are some motor vehicles, but you don't see that. You see, but you don't recognize through your conscious levels. You see in your own house, sometimes you walk your own house, there may be some obstacle, maybe there's some stone, maybe some maybe fruits, maybe some dishes, maybe something. You see your own home, you smash them, right? You see many things your own home. Sometimes you're boom, you're with your own chairs, own tables. Sometimes you walk, eat water, they're falling down. You see them, but you don't recognize them. Sometimes you drive the car, for example, you know there is other car standing, but still you are driving and becoming smashed and accident happens. Sometimes you walking in the street, sometimes you see long distance, you don't see the near distance. You smash with someone, you say sorry when walking. So this is how we don't recognize our conscious mind. It means so far breath is flow, your mind has so much occupied. You are so many things are occupied. So therefore, when you want to develop the conscious mind, concentration of the mind, if you want to experience the depth level of the conscious levels, then you have to over control the conscious mind and subconscious mind, the awakening state of the consciousness and the swapna, the dream state of the consciousness. Then what happens? That happens to experience your sushupti, the depth level of the consciousness. Therefore, they say that at that moment, the life force or the prana sakti does not move. As long as there is a movement of prana, there's the sense of perception. We can have some kind of perceptions, but we're supposed to have no perceptions. Because Atma have no perception. Atma is the pure consciousness. As the pranic flow influence and activate all the dimensions of perception. But when you stop their movements for any length of time, they reverse their flow and fuse into one another. Reversal of the flow of prana and apana so that they merge into each other is achieved through this dharana alone. You see, so this is the science of Tantra or the mystic science. What is the beauty? But you need to prana and apana need to unite together. And we can't unite together. The Shiva and Shakti, the awakening kundalini takes place. So you need to have a dharana, the proper concentration of the mind. So therefore, yesterday I taught you, you can practice pranayam. But through pranayam, you can push yourself. You put pressure. You make efforts for the awakening kundalini. But that awakening kundalini does not stay with you long time. So you have to attain such a stage. The naturally kumbhaka has to happen. It means you need purification of your mind, purification of samskaras, purification of vasanas, purification of passions, purification about your wanting and wishes. It means you have to free from the breathes. You have to overmaster the breathes. So breathes are the root cause of your obstacles, becoming not awakening the kundalini. So union between Shiva and Shakti is known as awakening the kundalini. Right? Although pranayam can prepare you for the process, it cannot achieve this end. You see? So pranayam is helping you certain extent. in order to concentrate on the mind, but is not enough. So therefore they say that although pranayam can prepare you, it is help you for the process, but it cannot achieve this end. What does that mean? So pranayam does not help you in order to awaken a complete kundalini. It does not help you apana and prana to be together completely, but does help you for purification of the mind to certain extent. And you have been studying pranayama. Pranayama means how to control the prana. Same time, it can help you to unite union between apana and prana, but still not end. It is a natural process. Awakening kundalini, we can make efforts, but it has to happen naturally. I am giving a very simple example. When a man and woman fall in love, what happens? Sometimes you attract each other or fall in love with their temporal, but there is not sometimes no love. It does not, that means there is no, you making all efforts to have relationships. You posting each other, but that relationship does not continue long time. We naturally fall in love and without efforts. So that relationship is going to have long lastings because natural, no efforts. And that is the spiritual science. Awakening kundalini takes place when there is no efforts. That is called Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is the yoga for effortless. Because the soul, the Atma, has no efforts. Is a pure consciousness. But what you do, so sometimes teachers say you have to make efforts. Prayatna. Patanjali also explained prayatna. But he used this word, you have to try or make efforts at least to understand your breaths. To control the breaths, to understand the breaths, you make efforts. And once you clarify the breaths, once you control the breath, then you are going to for the stage of awakening of the kundalini. Many people want to study kundalini science today, or the science of tantra. But how many people success? Tantra means no efforts. Is unconditional. Consciousness to develop, not conditional consciousness. We do all kind of life we lead with a lot of efforts, a lot of conditions. Any conditional life, it does not continue long time, but we need also it. Like they say that pranayama can help you. Their conditional life can help you certain extent to survive, but does not lead to all the way to end of love. No. It also help you certain extent of your happiness or pleasure. But it does not help you to experience the pure love only ends. And that's the Tantra. So therefore, many people try to practice many techniques for awakening Kundalini. But how long? This Kundalini also does not stay. It means you develop so many things to develop pranic energy. But how long? When you push it. But you have, therefore, you have walking on the spiritual path moderately, not extreme. Extreme does not help. Because you push it, you command it or dominate it. Anything you experience in life. When you demand, demanding is good for social life, but how long? I also experience in my own ashrams. When the workers are working in the ashram, what happening? And sometimes they don't like to work. But sometimes I push them few days more. But I understand they break down, they go to home. Because I know they don't like to work. If sometimes somebody not want to work, you push 1 day, 2 days, 2nd day, 3rd day. But you can't move, you can't push for a whole life. Not possible. So you have to understand now, love is all about to not to pushing to gain it. It has to naturally come to you. Freedom, you can't actually push something to get it. No, freedom does not come this way. Freedom is the natural. Love is the natural. Experience divine is the natural. Soul is natural. When you are purified. So you have to make a minimum efforts. I don't say not make efforts. I say you have to make efforts. But end of the result has no efforts. Therefore, they see that yesterday what I told you, you have to sit down and meditate. Simply observe the breath. It means you don't control. You don't push yourself. You don't demand. You don't have any conditions. You sit down and observe the breath, witness. But if you say to someone like this, people think it is so, people not believe you. So therefore you have to, when you come to practice Kundalini Tantra, so having so many things to do in the class with the teachers. This asana, that asana, this pranam, this mudra, this mantra, that mudra, this yantra, these rituals. So many things we do. Why? It means we are not ready to sit down and observe ourselves. For that, you have to, until to reach that stage, so you have to make all your efforts to practice. So therefore, you need to practice Karma Yoga, Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Yantra Yoga, Tantra, all yoga you practice. Until simply sit down and shut up and watching yourself. You check yourself. You can't sit down actually for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. If you do, you maybe do 1 day or 2 days, maybe second day, maybe 1 month after that disappears. Gone. This is what I will get out of this. And this is the realistic. It means you are not ready to experience that divine consciousness. You are not ready to practice Tantra as well. You see, so what kind of technique Lord Shiva teaching to the mother Parvati Bhairava? Again, we shall go. The restraint and reversal of the pranas purify the nadis and chakras and causes the prana to enter Susumna. The medial nadi, which lies between Ida and Pingala, that is Susumna. Moreover, whenever there is a fusion of prana and apana, immense heat is generated, which acts as a catalyst for the ascent of Kundalini. So, with the awakening of Susumna, the subtle infrastructure is ready for this great event. You see, Susumna means, you already studied also before. So, in Ida and Pingala unite, what happening? Susumna awakening, not the Kundalini awakening. But before I say when prana and apana unite, what happening? Awakening Kundalini. But Ida and Pingala is unite the Susumna awakening, the subtlest level. So we can say that again, another terminology. When Anna, but we forget that Susumna awakening and continuity awakening Susumna is helpful to have how to awaken Kundalini. And once Kundalini awakening, then he rise to the higher consciousness. Muladhara to Swadhisthana, Sudhara Swadhisthana to Manipura, then Anaha, then Visuddhi, and so on. It means you develop the state of the consciousness for higher understanding of the consciousness. Moreover, whenever there is a fusion of prana and apana, immense heat is generated. Immense heat means they literally putting it means your consciousness has developed. Your consciousness is rising. Then which act as a catalyst for the ascent of Kundalini. Say if there is the apana and prana is united, what happened? Awakening Kundalini takes place and is rising towards the upwards. It means expansion of the consciousness. You think differently. So, with the awakening of the Susumna, the subtle infrastructure is ready for this great event. In this way, as the awareness is further established and the defined through restraint, reversal of prana and the apana, the state of Bhairava